Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, November 5th slate of NBA action, man. I'm super excited to dive into it. We actually have a pretty great slate today. We have like 9 games, I think it is. So we actually do, or 8 or 9, something like that. But we do, regardless, have a very good slate of basketball. And man, I'm super stoked to get into it. But before we did, I did just want to go ahead and say, we are still currently on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me, so much more than you guys will ever know. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. I just wanted to kind of touch base on this. I've been awful.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I've been awful this past week. This past week, I have barely won any bets. It's been really poor. You know, started off the year red hot. Absolutely red hot. We literally swept opening night, and we kept things going from there. We were very profitable throughout the first couple weeks of the NBA. This last week really screwed us, though. But we're turning it around today, okay? We're not only just turning it around today, I'm guaranteeing it. So, for every play that does not hit in today's video, I will be giving away $10. Now, I only currently have 3 plays, but I will definitely be adding one. I'm just waiting on a current line, and we'll go ahead and talk about that play towards the end of the video. And if I decide to make one of these plays a King's kill shot, that one will be worth $20. So we will potentially be giving away $50 in this video. Okay, all you have to do, comment something down below. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything. I will be doing it the exact same way I did that jersey giveaway. But all you have to do, just comment something down below. And for every play that I lose today, I'll be giving away $10. So make sure that if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. You do have to be subbed to be able to have a chance to win. And I have to have some form of being able to communicate with you to be able to send you over the money. So, without any further ado, though, let's go ahead and dive into these plays, because we didn't have a video yesterday. And the only plays that I put on my YouTube comment section, those ones I had put in there that I just really liked them. I didn't necessarily make them official plays. So those ones weren't official plays. Those were just 3 that I really liked. Update, only one of those hit, by the way, so, you know, if that, just in case if you guys did tail those, I'm sorry. But we're turning it around today. I know we are. We are turning it around today. So let's go ahead and start with probably the most unpopular pick of the day. We're going Paolo Banchero under 7.5 rebounds versus the Kings at minus 135 odds. Now, I know Paolo Banchero has been really solid over the course of the season. He's been very good at not only scoring the basketball, rebounding the basketball, even facilitating. But I think this is a good spot to be able to take his under here early. The reason being, he's only hit the under in 1 of his last 5 games. And 3 of those games have finished right on the hook on the over. He has finished with 3 of those games at 8. One of them he did have double digits, and the one other game he hit like 5, I think it was. But regardless, he has been very close to this number, and he's been over it a lot more often than not. So why didn't this line move up to 8.5? I'm not sure. With that being said, I just think that it's a really good spot, because not only that, but Sacramento is also 16th when it comes to pace in the entire NBA. Orlando is 23rd. So both these teams are not necessarily fast-paced teams. They both play at a very slow pace. And with that being said, I just think it's a really good spot. Also, Orlando, they play with a really big roster, as we know. They have Franz Wagner out there. They have Bol out there. They have Wendell Carter Jr. out there, all at the same time. So with that being said, there is a possibility. There is a world, just in general, where those guys are going to be taking rebounds away from Paolo Banchero. We have not seen that here recently. I think that does get changed once again today. Sacramento also has a bunch of wings that are consistently at the three-point line. If you take a look at it, they have Kevin Huerter, obviously, pure sharpshooter. They have Harrison Barnes, who is averaging 4.5 threes over the course of the last 4 games. So he's been shooting it a lot more recently. and Keegan Murray, who I love Keegan Murray, and he is a very good shooter. So you have to close out on guys like that. And so anytime Paolo Banchero gets a switch, a lot of times it's going to be on a shooter. So he is going to have to stay out closer to the 3-point line. He's only going to get a lot of those long rebounds if he does end up getting any. And the Kings, they've had 2 days off so far. The Magic, they're coming off of that huge win here versus Golden State. They are 1.5-point dogs too, which is strange to me. I do like the Kings here in this situation if you guys did want my game pick. But I do like this under because Kings have 2 days off. They should be able to come in hungry. They should be able to come in with some fire. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think that Harrison Barnes is going to make it very tough on a guy like Paolo Banchero. The Kings allow kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to rebounds per game to the small forward position as well. So I just think it's a really good spot here for an under. There's going to be a lot more ways to be able to hit this under than there will be to hit the over. So I do like that for our number one play of the day. Paolo Banchero under 7.5 rebounds here versus the Kings at minus 135 odds. Now for our second play of the day, it's going to be a total. We're taking the Spurs and the Nuggets under 235.5 at minus 110 odds. Now I get it. I completely understand why this line is so high. Both these defenses are not great. But I think this line is just too high. If you take a look at it, the Nuggets, they do have a couple injuries that could prevent them from scoring at super high rates. It looks like a lot of their bench is going to either be questionable or out for this game. Ish Smith is listed as questionable. Zeke Naji is listed as out. And Bones is listed as questionable. So with that being said, that's a decent chunk of scoring off of their bench. They don't have they've got a decent amount of depth over there in Denver, but they don't have like a lot. So taking out 3 guys off of their bench, that is going to make it very tough, I think, for the over to hit. Also, the Spurs, they are going to be without Isaiah Roby and Romeo Langford, who have both looked pretty decent here for the Spurs. It's not like they've been great or anything, but they have looked pretty decent. Also, Denver at home allows 17 fewer points per game to opposing teams. So Denver at home, they lock up. They lock up at home, and I think that it is going to be a similar situation here versus the Spurs. I think that the Spurs are going to have a really, really tough night. Also, Denver is 13th when it comes to scoring and points per game. So they are kind of in that middle tier when it comes to points. Nothing too crazy. So that is another positive factor to me. I know that this Denver team is going to have another game under their belt. But the Nuggets, they're coming off of another game. We had a lot of games in the NBA here yesterday. And with the Nuggets coming off of another pretty close game, I just think that it's going to be a really good spot here for an under with how high this over-under is. Also, San Antonio, they also allow 4 fewer points per game on the road. So they're a little bit better defensively on the road as well. So I think it's another really good spot here to target for an under specifically. So we're going to be riding with it for our second play of the day. Spurs and the Nuggets under 235.5 at minus 110 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, we will be adding one. So make sure you guys not only check the pinned comment section, but also check my Twitter. But we also will be doing the Thunder, +7 versus Milwaukee at minus 110. This has got to be the most trappy line I think I've ever seen in my entire life. The Milwaukee Bucks, they are coming off of the second leg of a back-to-back. And in that game that they had yesterday they had a 13-point win over a pretty solid Timberwolves team. So now they're going to be back at home, taking on a Thunder team who, let's be completely honest, the Thunder, despite them being a very good cover team, overall, they're not necessarily the greatest team. So, why? Why is this line only 7? We've seen Milwaukee spreads be 11 with the Pistons, 11.5, I think, with the second leg of the Pistons. Why is this line not higher? I think this is an ultimate trap game. I think that the Thunder can keep this very, very close. Both these teams are great against the spread. Milwaukee is 7-1 against the spread. OKC is 6-2 against the spread. But I think this is a good spot to take the underdog plus the points. Milwaukee had their only non-cover game at home this year, and I think that we could see another letdown here from the Milwaukee Bucks. OKC is 3-0 against the spread on the road. Definitely a very good road team. I really like this play quite a bit. I almost made this one kill shot, but I decided we're going to wait because there's a play I think I'm going to like even better. But that is going to be our third and final original play of the day. Thunder +7 here versus Milwaukee at -110 odds. Now this one is a heavy lean. This one is going to be the one that I more than likely will be putting as the kill shot, but I'm really not sure. I love the Trailblazers team total under. Now the reason that I do like this, it looks like Dame is going to be back in the lineup. If Dame is back in the lineup, this line is going to be juiced. It looks like Anthony Simons is still going to be out for this game. So if you put Dame in, it's going to be very juiced. They're taking on the Suns. The Suns are a very solid defensive team. They just played the Suns last night and they scored, I think it was like 107. But Jeremy Grant dropped 30. Yes, 30. So with that being said, I think that it's a very good spot here for a under for the Blazers. I think that with the Blazers, you are going to be getting a team that is going to be very tired on the second leg of a back-to-back versus a very good defensive team. I think it's going to be a very tough night for the Blazers, but make sure you guys look at the pinned comment section for that one and my Twitter. It'll definitely be added on there if the line is right, but we don't currently have one yet, so that's why it's only a heavy lean. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we'll be giving away $10 for every play that I do not hit on as of tomorrow. So make sure that if you guys want a chance, make sure that 1, you guys are subbed. Make sure 2, you guys do comment anything. It doesn't matter what it is, but make sure that you guys do comment on there so you guys have a chance to win. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.